Good morning, FGC. What's going on, man? It's Red K, and I want to chat today about some games that we haven't talked about in a long time, mainly DMF Dungeons and Project L. You might not know both games, or you might know one and not the other, but DMF Dungeons, let's go to that one first. So DNF Dueling Dungeons, we got a trailer sometime last year. As you can see, it's up right now, and it's an Arxis game. You know what's crazy? You know, a lot of people who are like 09ers and people who grew up on like Marvel vs. Capcom series, we have this affinity for Capcom and the Capcom games, and that's what's going on right now with like Arxis work. If you think about it, you got BlazBlue, Dragon Ball Fighters, the very excellent Guilty Gear that's out right now, man. They're just doing their thing. I just wanted to give them their flowers while they're still active and doing their thing. And not saying Capcom can't come back, but they're pretty much killing the game right now. So Arxis showed off this game that look at this stuff. This looks amazing. I actually didn't see it when it first went up. It went up. I think I might have saw it on like Max's page or something like that. But it's a Dungeon Fighter Duel styled DNF Duel based on a popular MMO beat 'em up that I had never heard of because I don't play MMOs and I'm not from South Korea, which is where the MMO is really like based out of. But you can see it's a MMO that I'm pretty sure it doesn't look like this, unfortunately, in the MMO. But look at these moves. Look at this animation right here. Like, this is like some kind of destruction move right here. Just slices them and, this actually looks better than Guilty Gear. Of course, Arxis is making it, along with A-Ing, which I think that might be one of the developers that makes the game, the DNF Duel. So I thought originally that there was an anime or something that goes along with it. I don't believe that there is, but Neo people, definitely got to give them a shout out because this looks crazy. It looks like a mix between BlazBlue and with the graphics of Guilty Gear Strive, you know what I'm saying? So like, we even got a gun kata in it. I'm extremely interested in the game, but we haven't heard anything since the game was originally released. I think I want to say back in maybe TGS last year, so maybe October of last year, right? It's been about 9 months or so like that. So I was expecting to hear something this TGS about the game. You know, we've had Guilty Gear come out, so I was expecting, like, you know, under the success of Guilty Gear, with the rollback netcode, they kind of have everything locked down. Listen, Arc System Works can do no wrong at the moment, but I don't know if lack of information is good or bad because we literally haven't heard a leak. We haven't seen anything except this gameplay right here, and it looks like, I mean, you got supers in the game, you got characters, you got stages. It looks like the game mechanically is already like done. You know what I mean? Not done. Of course, there's things that could be, but you got special moves going on. You got supers and everything like that. You're at least more than 15% done with the game. You know what I'm saying? So I was just wanting to see if we can get some more information on the game, but we haven't heard anything. Like I said, TGS is come and gone, and there's nothing to talk about. So yeah, Arc System Works. Let us have a little. I'm loving Guilty Gear Strive, loving it. Got the season pass, waiting for that man to come out as a DLC character. But this DNF Duel, man, I want to be next. Can I be next to play the game or hear just a little bit of information? This is one of those games that's running really under the radar. Haven't heard a lot of people talk about it, and it needs some attention. I might have to tweet out at Arc System Works and be like, hey, remember that game you showed a year ago and then didn't do anything else the entire year with? How's it going along? It's coming out, release date, it's going along. Just let us know. We want to know. All right, next up on the games that we haven't heard much or little about. Well, we heard more about this game than we've heard about DNF Dueling Dungeons. Project L, the game that's supposed to save the FGC. Of course, we all know the FGC is scraps when it comes to prize monies and things like that. We're a tight-knit community. Don't get me wrong, though. I mean, FGC, we've done a lot of great things over the years. But we never had a company as big as Riot Games to make a video game for me. Of course, Riot Games, the makers of League, which the game is based off of, it's supposed to be a spinoff. The last thing we heard about Riot Games was that they were doing a closed, localized test out in LA, and we know some people have actually gotten their hands on the game, which is pretty dope. So back in 2019, the brothers, the gods of rollback. The Cannon brothers, these guys actually created Rollback. They put out a little game about robots. That game was called Rising Thunder, and they were bought out by Riot Games, and they started making Project L, right? So if you didn't play Rolling Thunder was kind of like a simplified button, not auto combos, but a simplified way to play fighting games where one button in direction, kind of like having a Street Fighter game but with the control of Smash Brothers. That would be the easiest way I could describe Rising Thunder, I'm sorry. You can actually go play it right now. It's not actually a bad game. So anyways, we haven't heard anything about it. Cut to, what is it, October 2021. So somebody goes and says, hey, when's the next time we can get some answers about when we can get some information about Rising Thunder? We don't know when it's coming out. We do know it has been localized. The game is good enough right now for it to be tested, which means a lot. So what we do know is that in the game right now, a couple of characters have been already named. We got Jinx, Ari, Darius, Katrina, and Rise. I am not a League of Legends player, even though I do know many people that like the game. I play fighting games, so that means absolutely nothing to me. But we do know that those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 characters are already in the game. We've seen mock-ups of them. We've seen art road. I'm playing the video from back in 2019 when they said, that was like 3 years ago, this footage is. So the game's got to be coming along enough by then. So boom, just like that, how it happens is that a couple days ago, October 1st or something like that, a user on the Project L page asked, when would the next developer update be potentially? Just pie in the sky, asking maybe if I ask a question, somebody will tell me something. And you see this user, Inkblock SRK, comments sometime around late November. Of course, like you start saying, oh, maybe that's nobody. Somebody just answered the question, just put stuff out there. People love to troll, right? So you see a couple comments. People are actually like, oh, excited about the fact that this is actually happening. And you go to yourself, so who is this Inkblock SRK? We click on the link, we go to Twitter, and it's none other than this guy right here, Tom Cannon, one of the heads that are working on Project L. So that's straight from the camel's mouth. Very exciting news. Very excited to see what's going on with Project L. The thing about Project L, we're that way, there we go. The thing about Project L that, you know, is like, I think a lot of people need to hold your expectations. Now, the reason why Project L is like a big deal is because Riot, which is a great big company, could really push fighting games to the masses and make it to where we're not a niche fighting game community like we are right now, to like a global, you know, a bigger, like people. We want people to play fighting games like people play shooters. You know what I'm saying? Because the more matches, the better. The more money these games make, the more money that we can make when we go to tournaments and things like that. And just better DLC and things coming your way, even if you're not like a fighting game professional or don't even strive to be. You just like the games or whatever. So Riot has the ability to do that. Now, that's all the hype about the game, right? The hype about Project L is really about Riot Games making a fighting game, right? And a game as big as League, we might have some crossover people that actually play League, which is the mobile, whatever the case is, they come play the fighting game and grow that community, right? But I say to you, what if the game sucks? Do we still support it just because it's Riot Games and we want to push it out there? Or do we like have the game? Because we know nothing about the game yet. We know nothing except that the Cannon Brothers are making it, and we played Rising Thunder. Rising Thunder was a very good game. It tried to simplify the mechanics of the fighting game system so we can get more people in, which I appreciate. I think they did a great job at it, but we know nothing about this game. So hopefully, what did they say? Late November, we might be seeing something. It's October right now, so fingers crossed. Hopefully it's good. All right, so that is the game news about things happening in games that we haven't seen little to anything about, but I'm super hyped about, especially Project L. I can't even be like I'm not, because the implications are great. And DNF Dueling Dungeons, if you've heard of these games, if you've seen these games, what do you think about them? Let me know. It's Red K. Good Morning FGC. Till next time, we out.